Good morning, Bachman Middle School. Today is Thursday, May 4th. It is a B day, it is a band day 6, and I am Mr. Strand with today's Tiger Talk. First up, here are some web leaders with a reminder for all 7th graders.
Attention all 7th graders.
Friday, May 5th is the last day to sign up for web.
Application is on Schoology.
You can apply by filling out the Google form in Schoology. There is a short interview Flipgrid that you need to record. And then the third piece is an article of support, which is something of your choice that you upload into Schoology.
Sign up!
Thank you, web leaders. Thank you, Mrs. Cray. 7th graders, once again, the deadline to sign up for web is tomorrow. Now it's time for our word of the week. This week's word is generation. In this case, a generation means all of the people born and living around the same time. Starting in the 20th century, as a culture, we started splitting people up into different named generations, including baby boomers, Generation X, millennials, and Generation Z. Well, here at Bachman, we have teachers in all 4 of those groups. So we decided to ask some teachers of different generations the same questions. And here's what they had to say.
What year did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school in 2018.
2010.
2004.
1993.
1989.
1982.
1978.
What is your favorite music from when you were a kid?
My favorite music, and I still listen to it today, are the Black Eyed Peas.
I really liked Kelly Clarkson, the Black Eyed Peas, and the Killers.
My first ever compact disc, also known as a CD, I received was the Presidents of the United States of America. They had a hit song called Peaches back when I was about 10 or 11 years old.
So I had 2 records and 2 cassette tapes that were my favorites. Tears for Fears, Michael Jackson's Thriller, Van Halen, and Madonna.
Kind of heavy metal rock bands.
Music like REO Speedwagon and Kiss and stuff like that, rock music. That was my favorite music.
Beatles, Fleetwood Mac, Carole King, Creedence Clearwater Revival.
How'd you communicate when you were in middle school with your friends?
That was right around 8th, 9th grade is when we got a computer, a PC.
We used AOL Instant Messenger or AIM. So after school, you'd go home, you'd get on your desktop computer and you would chat on there.
And we downloaded this tool called AOL Instant Messenger to type back and forth, and we'd stay up till all hours of the night typing over AOL Instant Messenger.
We just started getting cell phones in 8th grade, but you could only use them for emergencies. You couldn't text or call because text cost money, like 10 cents per text, and minutes cost money.
I did have a cell phone, but I had one of those slider phones that had the keyboard on the bottom, and a big texter girl back in the day.
Oh, we passed notes.
Junior high, we passed notes, paper notes, and that was our big deal.
Dear Jane, that's my best friend. Do you want to bike to school later? Yes or no? Mark the box.
You guys think you're being sneaky, peeking at your cell phones? Try getting a physical note from one side of the room to the other without the teacher seeing. Those were the early days of group chats because everyone that passed in between knew who was passing notes to who.
We had a wall phone with a long cord in the kitchen. There was no privacy. We'd drag it out as far as the cord would go into the dining room.
What is the earliest news story you remembered?
I would say the earliest news story, and I was 8 years old, would be when Barack Obama was elected as president.
9/11, I remember being in my 4th grade classroom and they put on the TVs and we just worked quietly.
The earliest one I can remember being actually aware of is the 92 presidential election where Bill Clinton defeated George H.W. Bush.
The Challenger exploding.
Probably when the space shuttle exploded and we watched it on TV when I was in school.
Earliest news story for me, I was just a little kid playing ball, always playing ball. Football, I was at my neighbor's house. And believe it or not, I was 5 years old, and when the moon landing, I was in the middle of the summer, And I was 5 years old. I went into their house and I saw the news, and some guy was on a spaceship landing on the moon, and it was supposed to be a big deal, and it was.
I remember the day we got a color TV, our first 1968 RCA color TV was the day RF Kennedy was assassinated. Made a big impact on me, color TV.
A huge thank you to all of the teachers who participated and to the students who asked questions. Finally, here is Tiger Leadership Club with an announcement about something happening next week.
And now, a special announcement from Tiger Leadership Club.
Do you have a talent?
Like
Singing,
Magic.
sports, dancing,
comedy, gymnastics, karate.
then we need you to sign up for talent show auditions next Wednesday, May 10th during win time. See you there.
woo!
So if you want to audition for the BMS Talent Show, it's next Wednesday, May 10th, during win time. That's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more Tiger Talk. See you then.